Nigerians are taking the NSAS protest seriously as people are trooping in their numbers to talk about what is going on with SARS officers and also condemn the brutality. Some celebrities and high-ranking officials have spoken up in support of the NSAS campaign. They include, but not limited to, Faz, Runtown, DJ Kupai, Rude Boy, Mr. P, Wizkid, Davido, and so on. But you know what is lacking here? Names of politicians. Since the NSAS protest began, few, if no politicians, have said a word in support or against it except some government aides. Today, Nigerians have decided to drag the 2015 PDP governorship candidate, Mr. Jimi Agbaje, for keeping silent during one of the times when his voice would go a long way in pushing the cause they are fighting for. Most of them blasting him think that he only comes to plead for votes during elections, and once the period is over, he disappears into thin air in anticipation of the next elections. But today, they were not having it. Okay? Well, your governor, the one you voted over, Agbaje, what has he done? What is he doing? Jimi Agbaje has always been an audio opposition candidate in Lagos. Unfortunately, his name is on the PDP ballot paper by default, so don't be surprised when he shows up in 2023 with his coconut head again. It's unfortunate. Do you know that they accuse this man of doing the same thing? That even before 2019, whether in 2015 or so, he came out, and after that, nobody will hear him again. And I don't know what it was, even the excuse he was giving. Why is it that only election cycle, that is when you will come out? When people will be going through stuff, you are not, you don't say anything. But when election time comes, you now begin to say one thing. No, I don't think that man should be taken serious. But he said, and he promised heaven and earth. But as soon as 2019 election was over, the governorship election in Lagos, see, today we are not hearing this man again. The same thing they accused him of, and he's repeating the same thing. He's saying the same thing again. Well, are you there? It is okay, we are still there. We deserve better than this. Okay, they are referring to those who were really protesting. Where is Jimi? Where is Jimi Agbaje? Where is Fela Durotoye? Where is Mr. Gbadamoshi and all the Lagos governorship aspirants that claim to be on the side of the people? What is Baba Oyedepo? Where is Baba Oyedepo? Where is Baba Adeboye on this? You know, it is the same church members, because when you call all of these people now, it is the same church members that are being harassed here and there. A lot of church members, they are being intimidated here and there. Yes, all this is the so-called pastors. They won't talk. They won't say anything. Can you now begin to relate with what people are saying about these people, that they are fighting for their pockets during the lockdown? We see all of this hike in fuel, hike in electricity tariff. They are not doing anything. They are not saying anything. But let there be say, oh, they are going to lock church. Oh my goodness, they will begin to kabash. They will begin to bring all the curses in the Bible, forgetting that the Bible says that the costless cause shall not stand. The costless cause shall not stand. If the Lord does not build a house, the builder build in vain. No matter what you say, the Bible says that the security belongs to him. The one he wants us to know, he will show it to his children. He has, whether he's the one who can answer one prayer or not another. He's the one that created everybody. So you cannot say you are more closer to God than any other person. We always see the facial thing, but we don't see the inner thing. God does not look at our physical appearance. He does not look at what is happening, but he looks at our in-depth. Those who you think that they are not closer to God, you think those who are influential, those who are popular, you think by that, it is by that God is so close to them. So they are calling out all of those people. We are talking about all of them, even politicians. That's what we are talking about. Jimi Agbaje. I could remember vividly, these were the questions they put before him, that why is it that only election time, election cycle, that is when you come out, when you are supposed to speak for the people, during all those problems people were having with Ambode, all the things happening, he didn't say anything. All of a sudden, they will just give him ticket. At the end of the day, he will go again. Nobody sees him. And since 2019, or at least we are in 2020, a lot of things have been happening, and he never said anything. That's why they are calling him up, calling him out. Well, people relied for Banky, got him reasonable close, but he campaigned for a short period and lots of everyday people. A lot of people every day didn't register his party at the time, so it was third bid difficult. That is why we are asking to campaign years before election to build up a movement. Okay, fair. You make a good point by asking that where is Jimi Agbaje in all of this, in all these things happening? Where is he? What is he standing for? Well, Banky W led in some voting stations. He had pretty solid votes, even if he didn't win. Jimi Agbaje is somewhere waiting for 6 months to the election, to the next election. Jimi Agbaje is even a bigger embarrassment. You will never hear his voice when it matter post-election. In 2023, he will bring out his big coconut head as PDP governorship candidate. I am beginning to think he's under the payroll of Budem Van to be a fake opposition candidate. Anything can happen. For where is Jimi Agbaje? Where is Fela Durotoye? The same person asking the same question here. Oga Jimi Agbaje will not talk now. In 3 years' time, Baba will show up and ask Lagosians to please vote for her. Say please now. Okay. Jimi Agbaje would never win any election in this state because he's always silent on issues regarding the citizens of the state and the country itself, but would come out the year before elections with posters and ask us to vote for him. He thinks things like that so easily. Well, for the first timer, he put up a good fight. He didn't win, but people did show up to vote for him. So this doesn't quite hold. His opponent was more popular and had more money and political backing. That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the issues. Nobody's even talking about the election. The election that took place was just last year. But I will not forget Jimi Agbaje because like Bonner, he had no problems calling us slaves and insinuating that we are godless. Time to walk the walk. Crickets, you see how silent Jimi Agbaje is now. 2023 is around the corner and he will be out here again to tell us how much he cares about Lagosians. You can't continue to fool people every time. That's just it. You can just fool them, for a period of time, but it cannot be so all the time. It can never be so all the time. For me, this is beyond Sasha. I'm hoping this triggers everybody to action. And where is the opposition party safe? Where is Jimi Agbaje and co? See how article they danger press every issue to show that he's committed. I don't know if he will be a good president or not, but I know he's committed to being elected. Waiting Jimi Agbaje they do. So guys, let's hear your opinion. Leave your comment below and let us know your thoughts on this. Thank you.